Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Inside Line Racing. This is ILR3 Xbox, and we are here in the Circuit to Catalunya for round number 4 for the Spanish Grand Prix. I am Jess, one of your commentators, and joining me, as per usual, is Jack. Hello, Jack.
And Joker's just hit the wall. I was actually on board with him. Yeah, I was on board with the lap with him. It actually looked like a pretty decent lap, but I think that was high ballast. That was quite a way to introduce the stream. Unlucky Joker. That corner is very lethal. I think everybody's crashed there quite a few times, and I think if you say you don't, then you're lying. I think that's how it tends to go.
Yes, a few people got almost crashed out there yesterday, me included as well. So it is quite tight there. So we got 18 drivers today. We're missing a Sauber and we're missing a Renault today. We've got Snod that is not here and Kimmy is not here. But apart from that, all the other drivers are here. Sam is currently leading the championship with, I can't remember how many points, 68 points, with Hamilton on 55. I can barely read the standings there. There we go. So Sam got another win last week, and it was a very good win from him. But we could expect the Mercedes boys to fully put up the pressure today. So should be interesting with the weather. 3 tyre compounds, similar to what we've seen in the last race in Bahrain. It is the super soft, and the mediums. And it looks like it's going to be a one-stop today unless people start on the supers.
Yeah, the trend is everyone's on mediums at the moment. I think they're just putting bankers in. There's a Mercedes going out. I think it's not Hamilton. Hamilton's already around turn 4. Steerage has just come out of the pits as well. I think they're both on medium tyres. Let me just see the side of the Mercedes. Yes, he is on medium tyres, and I think ILR3 Hamilton is as well. Yeah, so I think we're going to see bankers at first, and then we'll see soft laps. We won't see any super soft laps, but if we do, it'll definitely be a 2-stop.
Yes, I did see a few people do a 2-stop yesterday. Smasher Sam has topped the timing sheet so far. It's a bit of bank laps at the moment though, so we are not expecting to see high lap times at the moment. But it is a tricky circuit, especially around turns 12 is where people can lose it quite a lot, as well as I think turn 6 and 7 as well, so you've got to be careful about that. But apart from that, there's there's only 2 DRS straights, one in the back straight and then one at the start-finish straight, and it's very important that you get that right, and hopefully other people can have a good start as well. It is the start of the European season as well. I've just seen the Toro Rosso go slowly, but I realised that he was on his outlap as well. Ninja Nuke is hoping he's going to get a good result as well in the Force India again, because he got one of the drivers of the day last week because he did ever so well. So, and also we're watching it on the 2 Mercedes as well. Can they challenge Smasher Sam for the championship? Have to find out. Everyone on the mediums. We've got Revolution on set his time on the supers. So, not a fast time for him at the moment, but I think they're just getting a feel for the track at the moment.
I'm not too sure what's going on with my telemetry, but I think it's glitched because I think I said it before, and he's just had a bit of a moment as well around turn 8. So I think I might have to leave and then come back because it's saying. Actually, no, I think it might fix itself. I think it may have fixed itself. Because I'm pretty sure some people are on laps, but for some reason it keeps saying they've got full charge on my screen, so I have no idea what battery they're in. Although people's laps so far, tyre-wise, I'm looking through some people, especially Hamilton's one jumped out at me. He seems to have got on top of the hardest tyre a lot better than he has in the previous couple of races. Because remember in Bahrain, he was right with his teammate and Smasher Sam for most of the race, and then he got onto the harder tyre and he wasn't really up there with them. But at the moment he's 8th fastest, but he did run pretty much that whole lap in the bottom end of his engine modes. I think it has tried to stick around the battery mode, so I can stay in. It's fixed itself. Through turn 3, it's probably where we're going to see most of the tyre wear. By the time you get to the end of sector 1, that front left is going to be absolutely screaming. And it depends how quickly and how flat out you can take turn 3 consistently, because with tyre wear and with heavy engine or heavy fuel at the beginning of the race, there's going to be quite a lot of lifting, I think, to just through pure understeer. Up through turn 6 and 7, all over the AstroTurf. Although that is quite a lenient corner for corner cutting. That go over quite wide over that corner, and Hamilton's in the wall.
That is a shocker. Okay, so that was the person who we thought we was going to get pole today, and he's now out of the session, and he's going to start at the back by looks of things, unless any of the other guys at the back don't set a lap time. I was not expecting that at all. That is just, I think that was just by the DRS straight, wasn't it?
It was turn 8 where Joker binned it earlier.
That is a common place to bin it, and if there was a person that we were expecting to bin it, I wasn't expecting it to be Hamilton. So it's not going to be that they're not going to be qualifying closer this race, which is probably going to be a disadvantage to either of them. But that might mean Hamilton might be eligible for the Supercharge Award anyway. So at least he might get something if he wants to anyway. So. And steerage is top of the sheet. Wow.
How close is that?
That is, let me just check actually. Get leader there.
4 thousandths.
3 thousandths. That is close between steerage and the fourth engine. Now we were in a party after the stream last week, and they were saying that I think because steerage was very glad Ninja Nuke joined the leagues, because then they can have another constructor challenge Mercedes this year in ILR3, because it was just steerage and Hamilton battling for the championship, whereas this season it's pretty much going to be 4 people battling it at this rate, unless Jason can come into the field as well. Jason is 16th at the moment, but it is not good lap.
Yeah, I'd ignore that lap. That was people going wide all over the place on the because you've got to remember, these guys are on the medium tyres, so these aren't exactly the peak of grip at the moment. You've got people going so wide through some corners. Vanquisher almost lost it on the exit of turn 3 there when he went wide over the less grippy tarmac where there's a lot less rubber. And he did actually quite well to save it. He's 13th at the moment. He's got a lot of area to improve. We'll probably see that on his soft lap. That lap of ILRT, Jason, just ignore that. Yeah. 16 seconds off. That's not a representative lap time at all. So just act as if he hasn't set a lap yet. I think that's the best thing to do. Yeah.
Okay. So it was a bit confusing otherwise, but I think Vanquisher is probably, he's going to go into the pits now. He's running out of fuel, but I think he's in a pretty good position on the set of mediums, but I wonder if he's going to go on to the softs as well. I wonder if anyone's going to do the gamble strategy and go on the super softs and get track position. I would do it if you don't get a good lap in and you're on the bottom half, but if you're the top half, probably the softs will be the best place to go. You know, it is a bit of a tough call, but super softs don't last long at all. 6-7 laps, then they have to go to the pits again. Whereas the softs, they last to about lap 12, 13-ish, probably a bit less than that, but I don't know. It does depend on the driver and the tyre life. And I think Jason's just gone out, and I think he's going to settle.
Yeah.
Actually,
he's not settling a lap this time. He invalidated through turn 2, I think.
Yeah, and he's got low ERS
as
well, so he's not going to set.
He's actually the only one out on track at the moment as well.
Hey, what?
Hamilton. Jason's actually the only one out on track at the moment, so all eyes on him, no pressure. He's got a lap to do.
So you should have time to get another lap in, and you'll probably have more advantages that way, because everyone else will be on their out laps. We've got 4 minutes and 46 seconds to go. Let me just look fitted actually. He's on the medium, so he hasn't gone onto the softs. But I think looking at fitted, everyone else has chosen for their final lap to go on the soft. So no super soft runners today, which is good news. And we're going to see if Jason's going to go into the pits. It's going to be most likely before he goes to the pits. He's doing invalidate lap time. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. So, well,
wow.
Not actually anyone on track at the moment. I'm expecting whenever people do come out, everyone's going to probably dart out on softs, I would have thought.
Well, you see someone go in front of Jason that's going out. It looks like a Ferrari, I think it was. And a Red Bull's going out as well of...
That's edited Fawn. That's Jason's teammate.
I'm sure I saw a Ferrari, but it's not. It was a Toro of Bibbin who's out. So he was the first one on
Leopard Affinity is out.
Pardon?
Affinity is out. He is in the Ferrari. So you did see a Ferrari.
Yeah, I did see Ferrari in front of him. What was it? A Ferrari? Was it a Toro Rosso? Or was it a Sauber? I don't know. But the answer is that is a Ferrari, and it is Lepper, who's in last place at the moment. But if he gets a lap in, we won't have to start off. Speaking of people that retired, though, who would actually be at the back of the grid? I think it'll be the person who retired first, won't it? It'll probably be Joker. So luckily Hamilton won't be starting at the back. He will be starting at the back row, but he won't be starting at, well, it depends.
No, I think it's still dependent on times. I don't think it's if you get two people retire, but the person who's set the faster lap retires first, they still start in front of the person that retired after them, if that makes any sense.
Oh, it's only if they don't set a lap time. Okay.
Yeah, because Hamilton has still got a lap time, but it's not as quick as Joker's, around 8/10 off. From what Hamilton said in the chat as well, he's accidentally put a wet setup on as well, so that's going to make his job even harder.
So
unless it does rain. We don't know yet.
Well, it is looking quite... It's not sunny, but I wonder if he has looked at the weather, because if he's looked at the weather and see if it's dry at the end, in the race, then he's going to be screwed. So he's going to have a damage limitation race, I think, Hamilton, and he's probably going to try and help his teammate. That is a bottle job from Hamilton, right there. His first bottle of the season.
He's going to love that quote. I'm going to save that quote and use it as a ringtone for the next few weeks.
Oh, God.
I'm joking.
You can if you want. I'm not that fussed, to be honest. It's not referring to me, it's referring to Hamilton. So, anyway, everyone else is going on their laps on the softs, I think. Yeah, everyone is going on the softs. We've got Lepper, who is out at the moment, who I think is going... it might be his lap invalidated. It might be, I don't know. Yeah, it is lap invalidated. He's dropped it down to 0. So let's just follow Bibbin, who's about to cross the line. He goes 9th fastest, so he's about 1 second off the pace at the moment. I was just trying to see who else was on the lap after him, apart from Lepper, but probably Lepper will have to go again.
Yeah. Edited Fawn. He's on the softs, but that's still a pretty good time.
That is a pretty good time for Tier 3, I must say, with a 1:17.8, and Smasher Sam will have time to go again. I think you'll have time for one more lap, and there's quite a few people out.
Although, from the tyres, the tyre deck, I actually did a practice with Steerage and Hamilton because I just felt like it. And I was looking at the tyre deltas, and there's about a second a lap difference between each tyre. So the mediums are around 2 seconds a lap slower than the super softs. So wow. I know nobody's qualifying on the super softs, but if anybody does put them on in a race and a fresh set of super softs against a worn set of mediums, you can expect them to probably be about 4 or 5 seconds a lap quicker.
Yeah, I think that's one of the only tracks where it makes much of a difference, whereas I think some tracks like Bahrain, it doesn't make that much of a difference. But we got 20 seconds to go. I'm just trying to see who could possibly improve. Laser Guns goes, oh, there's Edited Fawn that's in the gravel in so almost at the DRS straight. We are starting to see the track. Track must be getting warmer because...
Callum G, wow.
The times are starting to really get better at the moment. I'm going to see where Steering is actually on track.
Oh, Smasher Sam. Times are tumbling.
I am not surprised Smasher Sam is up there. He's 1:17.4. The checker flag has fallen, so I don't think Edited Fawn's going to go on a fast lap. Laser Guns, he's slowing down. How about Aqua?
Steerage coming through the last chicane as well.
Yep,
I think this is going to be a pretty good lap from the Mercedes. It looks reasonable at the moment. He's just coming best tracks you could possibly get. DRS activated now. It may be quicker than Smasher Sam,
yes.
And it is by 2/10. He's 8/10 up on his old lap.
That is pretty good. Jason's still out though. I wonder what he can do. He's on the pad though, don't forget, and he's using, I think, 4th now. He's bumming up to 4th. What lap time could he get? Seconds. But he's not enough.
He actually beat Smasher Sam.
Yeah, I think for the first time this season, I believe, from Jason. So, pretty good lap time. We're only in the 1:16s, but we're in the middle tier anyway, so that's to be expected. But your pole man is again another Mercedes, but it's not Hamilton, it is Steerage. So, I don't know. I can't remember. Has Mercedes got pole for the whole 3 races, or so I know Sam might have got it in Australia. Sam got it on Australia. I remember. I don't know who got it in China because I wasn't in for China.
I think Hamilton got it in China.
Yeah, so we have 2 Mercedes
So the
poles.
poles have been Sam, Hamilton, steerage, from what I can remember.
Yep, so we've had 3 different pole sitters. So let's just check the standings for you. Steerage on pole, with Jason in second, 2 tenths separating them. But Sam and Jason are very close, so watch out for those 2 during the race. Some good battle in there from them, hopefully. Callum G in 4th, an impressive start from them. Aqua in 5th, Blazer Gun 6th, Edited Fawn 7th, Ninja Nuke 8th, Freyhard at 9th, and AJ rounding up your top 10. And the ones who have 3 choice of tyres: Rampage, Epic, Revolution, Bivin, Leopard, Joker, Vanquish, and Hamilton. So Hamilton will be starting last. Last 2 challenge, maybe, Jack.
Well,
So, a Mercedes
Hamilton
on
is going to
pole.
start last. He's going to have to be put in a mega series of laps to make up. It's sunny, so he's going to have a free choice of tyres. He's going to have a bit of an interval now, just
And
to
a wet setup.
everyone need to get set up. Yeah, he's going to have a wet setup, so he's going to have an actual stormer get high today. But it's Hamilton, and he's done it before.
Yeah, he was very annoyed that he chosen the wrong setup, but you never know. So we'll just have to find out. So a Mercedes on pole and a Mercedes in last. That is not what we're expected at all, but we'll have to find out. Now I wonder if Sam is going to get a jump off steerage. We've seen Sam get a jump of the Mercedes in the past, and I'm going to say that I know Sam probably will get a podium, steerage will as well, but I don't know who will join them.
Just that 3rd spot.
Yeah, because I don't think Hamilton's going to get the positions he needs. I'm going to do a bold one. I think it could be Callum G, because Callum G had a very good result in Bahrain, but I don't know what it could be, or it could be the other football senior teammate of Ninja Nuke, who is in 8th and he's good at getting positions. We'll have to find out. I haven't seen a Spain race in ILR that I've commentated on that hasn't rained, so that's just the luck of the draw. So let's look at tyres a second. Oh, Evolution on the Supers.
Depending on. Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what you were saying.
Depending on how good Jason's tyre wear is, because he is on pad, his tyre wear isn't as good as those on wheel, which is a bit warped, but never mind. But if he could manage it well enough, he could be on for a podium as well. I think overall, the team that's got the best position are the McLarens, 4th and 5th, because there's quite a difference between some of the teammates. Although Red Bull is still pretty good as well, so Force India, but then you've got the Mercedes, which have a gap. And the Mercedes and the Ferraris are the ones that jump out at me. You got 6th and 15th, and then 1st and 18th. So you got one right at the front, and then one right at the back. So I'm feeling, because the Supercharge Awards, if you haven't remembered who it is, first race was Snod in the Sauber. Second race was Freyhard Wiz in what car is he in? He's in the Haas, I believe.
Yep.
He is in that. He is in the Haas. Williams and Renault just hit each other. And then Bahrain, it was also Snod.
And
I'm a bit
Snod
unsure on
isn't here
Bahrain.
today.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
And Snod isn't here today. So we are going to get a different one unless Freyhard gets a 4th.
As a Stormer.
That will be that. Basically, if he wants to get supercharged, he basically has to take the lead. That's a tall order.
Yeah.
But we've seen in game positions before. But I'm going to predict someone to get the supercharge award. I think because Revolution was probably close to getting it last week because he's on the supers. It could be him. But as the drivers are getting lined up for the start of this session, as Hamilton, the last of Mercedes to line up on the grid. As we're waiting for the 5 red lights, we've got Mercedes on pole, Red Bull alongside. And we are underway here for the Spanish Grand Prix, and it looks like a pretty decent start from Jason, and also the two McLarens got away well, but Sam is right behind Jason, and Sam's got a much better start than him, I think, as Jason is trying to cover the two McLarens as well. We've already seen the yellow flag, all this contact from the McLarens. There's carnage already in turn 1. I don't know which McLaren it was. It was Aqua, and he's lost his front wing. So that is a carnage and a half. But the other McLaren, Callum G, tried to stay out of trouble, and he does that. So he stayed in 4th place. And Leper's gained quite a few positions actually, but he's got a 5-second stop go for ignoring yellow flags. So that is probably a record of who's getting penalties. We'll have to find out. Revolution already up into 8th as well. Laser Guns, I think, managing to stay in 5th. So this is definitely shaking up the order, but Steerage managing to hold off Jason and Sam off the line. And for the first time this season, the person on pole has managed to hold on to the lead for quite a long time, as we've seen someone just go off, I think it's a Haas. But he's back on circuit now. And I think we're having problems with the party again. Xbox is having trouble with the party.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, no, we're
I don't
not.
know what was going on with my mic there. That is my problem.
I thought it was,
I was
me.
I was actually looking at the reason there was such a gap between top 4 and the rest of the gang is because Blaze Gun's got a bit of wing damage from that spinning McLaren at the start, and he was doing a reasonable job of holding everyone behind. There's yellows in sector 3.
Aqua's out.
Seeing people go down the order. Aqua's out. Aqua, I'd say, even though he is out, I'd say that was his fault anyway. I think he just he went and tried to go around the outside of Jason, even though Smash Sam already did so. He tried to follow him through, even though there wasn't really that much room to do so. And when he did get squeezed out, he put on the throttle a bit, bit too hard. He did put it on too hard, and then that resulted in just a spinning of the car. So it's unlucky for Aqua. He probably should have got more points on the board this season so far. It's just unlucky, really. Anything can happen in league racing.
Yeah, Aqua so far has the amount of races he's done. He's DNF'd in all of them, so he's been the unluckiest driver in ILR3. Which is a bit of a shame, as we've seen a Haas and a Williams fighting with each other, a little bargy right now, but I think Franguisher stays in P11 for now, as I think most of the battles that are happening is in the midfield at the moment, as Siri just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. We're just waiting for the guys the last few guys to finish off lap 2, and then we could see who has gained the most positions. I probably might be right.
It's actually a tie again.
Hamilton
Joker's defending from Ninja Nuke.
But let's see, Joker tries to. If Joker loses this, then it could be Hamilton's supercharge. I think he'll be pretty happy with this anyway.
And if that whichever way that Force India changes positions, if the Force India gains, Hamilton's won. If Hamilton gains, Hamilton's won. So Joker's at the disadvantage at the moment. He's going to have to catch up quite a lot to Revolution to able to obtain the supercharge. And because Revolution's on the super softs and Joker's on the softs, I don't think that's going to happen. Joker with a big lookup. So I think it's just a question of when Hamilton's going to get the supercharge. Well, it is still tied. Anything could still happen. But it's just a question of when Hamilton manages to pass that Force India, which I think will be quite soon. He's gone from 18th to 10th though, so that is a mega start for both Williams and the Mercedes.
Yeah, pretty impressed from Joker and Hamilton. I think I swear it's the Spain supercharge curse, because last night when I was looking to see who got it, there was 2 people tied, and then someone made the move into turn 1, and then they got it. So I wonder if Hamilton's going to do that this race on lap 4, because it will probably be the same as what happened last night. So Hamilton must be reading our minds or something. But anyway, we're starting lap 4. Jason's closing up to Sam quite considerably on the pads. That is pretty good. But Ninja Nuke is almost trying to get past Joker. So if Ninja gains a position, then Hamilton doesn't need to worry. I think Hamilton wants Ninja to gain a position, so Hamilton doesn't need to worry about it. But then he's got to get past Joker as well, which will probably be easier. So that will be another position. Another person that's gained quite a lot is Revolution, up 6 places. So if that's on a normal week, he would have got the supercharge award easy. But because Hamilton and Joker are so good at race pace and gaining positions, then that's probably why they're up there at the moment. So on a normal race week, Revolution will be up there. And yes.
Yeah.
And Callum still, I think Callum and Epic's the only people to stay where they are.
Oh, Joker's gone very wide.
Oh yes, he
He
has.
went all over the Emirates line, but he's actually managed to stay ahead of Ninja Nuke. And Joker's actually managed to gain quite a lot of revolutions. So it could yet have swung back Joker's way, but again, we're going to have to wait and see. Ninja Nuke and Joker are pretty much doing synchronized lockups at the moment. And Ninja Nuke did not get the best drive out of the penultimate corner and onto the main straight. He's going to have to go in the slipstream of the Force India. That was very close. And I think Hamilton has gotten that supercharge award. They're still side by side. There we are. There's the move done. So
yep,
Hamilton's got the supercharge.
And I think that's what he was hoping for, and he did it. And he's not doing to that bad on the wet setup. So maybe it's not as wet setup as we thought it was going to be. So we thought they was going to do a bottle job, but actually he's doing quite well. So, but getting a podium for him is going to be difficult. But he's already making up some ground, and he's still, I think he's not that far behind Joker either, so another move potentially could be on the cards for Hamilton, which would be quite good. But I wonder, I think his tyres will probably start to wear out a lot quickly than the other guys on the mediums, so you'll probably have to pit earlier than some people on the mediums, but not many people are on the mediums anyway. Let me just check the tyres again. Ninja Nuke's on the mediums, and so is the bottom lot of Bibbin, Lapper, Blazer. Well, they've pitted quite early, so we don't need to worry about that. So Ninja Nuke's on the mediums as well, so looks like they'll be rivaling each other out for most of this race. We got a Mercedes and a Force India at the front fighting, so yeah, it's definitely Mercedes and Force India battle happening at the moment. Hamilton looks like he's going to get DRS towards Joker, but Joker's trying to cover him up. He got a yellow flag, that Vanquisher was dropped down, I think. Not quite sure. Revolution.
Ooh.
That was close between Revolution and Joker. This could be Hamilton an opportunity to possibly get a double overtake here if Revolution makes a mistake. Revolution's tyres, I think, probably are starting to die. They're on a super soft after all.
The softest tyre just... You can't touch the softest side in this game because no matter which I think the only ones that are feasible to use are, and to make them last a long time, to actually do a reasonable one-stop and just not make the hardest tyre last ages like you have to do around some tracks, is Silverstone. Because the hard tyres, well, when was the last time you saw somebody use the blue hard tyres? I don't think ever. But I think Revolution's going to have to defend the inside. Joker's going to have to watch for those lockups on those super softs. It actually is Joker that locks up on the soft, surprisingly. Hamilton's looking up the inside of the Williams, but he doesn't get the opportunity to. I think this track is notoriously hard to overtake round. So most of the overtakes will either be into turn 9 or turn 1, from what I know. Unless somebody makes a mistake. Was that a bit of contact from the Williams and Toro Rosso?
No, I didn't really see, because I was on board with Hamilton, but Joker looks like he's going to get the move on Revolution.
Here he goes.
Yes, he easily gets that move done, and Hamilton's going to do the same.
I think Hamilton's going to go there as well. Whoa.
That was a bit of weaving from Hamilton. That was almost a bit of contact there. But yeah, Revolution, you'll have to pit next lap. There's no way he's going to make another lap on those super softs, and that'll be a bit of a shame because he's made some good ground, but like we said, super softs are not good around Spain. They're like the hyper softs in Monaco or Russia, so it's just a bit of a shame there. There's Vanquisher having to pit, so it must be a front wing damage or something like that, as he's going on to a set of the softs. Yeah, he's going on to a set of the softs, I think. And Hamilton's still behind Joker. Yeah, Revolution's dropped off. Ninja Nuke is just passing as well. So, and then everything the other way is probably going to pass him soon on the DRS straight. By the looks of things, actually no, not quite at the moment. We're possibly going into turn 1. So we already see well, later on anyway, not now, because we're not in turn 1 yet. So we'll have to wait and see. Joker is on the soft, whereas Hamilton's on the medium. So Hamilton should have a better grip towards, I think, in 2 laps time or so. We've got one of our first penalties.
Edited form about to go on Callum G for P4. Callum G defends the inside, but because the straight's so long, I don't think he's got an answer to the straight line speed of the Red Bull, and the Red Bull is up into 4.
that is pretty good from Editor Fawn, and I'm just going to see actually. Editor Fawn's best finish is 6th, and he's 4th at the moment, so he's looking for a good points finish. But I said that last race, and he retired. So, he didn't get a good result. Well, he finished outside the points. So I'm not going to say anything more to the Red Bulls, because otherwise I'm going to jinx them. But Callum is still on the charge with him, so we could see a lunge from Callum when we get to the DRS straight, because he is matching him on his pace at this stage. But I'm just trying to see steerage already pulling away from Smasher Sam, so that is pretty decent. But we've seen last week Hamilton was ahead of Sam, but I think on the last lap when Hamilton's tyre was starting to die, Sam's was pretty good, and he managed to overtake him just before going to the pit lane, and that probably helped him. I wonder if that'll be the same case here. Probably not, by the looks of things. We're just waiting for Hamilton to make this move on Joker. It's not a question of if, I think it's a question of when at this stage, and I think it's going to be now. Yes, it is.
Is Joker not I wasn't actually looking, I was just looking through the rest of the field for a battle. Who's that coming up the inside? It's actually Ninja Nuke. He's coming back at Joker, which is hers. Surprise! That's a close one. Joker's going to have to really watch those fronts now. He's going to have to make those last. He's probably... Pit window's probably around lap 14, 15, I would have thought, because after this they're probably going to go into the medium tyre. Hamilton's probably going to, again, pit around lap 18, 19. Sort of just vice versa of what Joker's strategy is. It's ironic that P2 that binned it in the same place in qualifying are now also around 2 seconds apart on track, if that. So these two are very similar driving style wise.
Yeah, and that is good. You like to have someone which is a similar driving style, because then you can have good battles and then you know you have to trust them. And it looks like Hamilton and Ninja Nuke are trusting quite well, and it's kind of like a friendly competition as such, which is good to see. So Hamilton has got a challenge on his hand if he wants to keep Ninja Nuke behind him, as Ninja Nuke's done a little bit of weaving to get stuff on his tyres. There's a yellow flag. It's probably not going to tell me what it is. No, it's not. It's probably either someone slowing down or someone about to go to the pits, maybe. As we've got, I think, Joker still on the... as Hamilton's already pulling away from Ninja Nuke quite considerably. But Ninja Nuke's getting more speed on the corners, as well as Joker as well. Joker can't afford to make a little bit of a mistake, otherwise he'll have to pit earlier than we thought. I think none of the top guys are making a mistake. Jason, though, is...
Jason's struggling massively on his tyres, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That pad wear is really starting to kick in.
Because he was about 2 or 3 seconds behind Smasher Sam, now he's 4 seconds. So,
yeah.
And he's on a pad, don't forget. The fronts on a pad do tend to heat up more than the rears, whereas if you're on the wheel, it's usually the rears that heat up first more than the fronts. That's how I tend to find it when I race on a wheel, but some people on the pad, the fronts go. So I'll just watch Jason for a minute to see if he's struggling with his fronts or his rears. I can't really tell from looking on.
Oh, yellow sector 3, what's that?
I don't know, it's probably Jason wanting
Jason's pitting.
Oh, he's speeding a little bit, he's got to be careful. Oh, he just makes it, Oh, that was really fast going into that pit there. So he's going on to set up the mediums. That's going to go to the end. It's going to be tight if he wants to make it to the end of those mediums. But I think we will see the next lot pit in lap 12, I think. So it's 2 laps more than he would have wanted, but we know that they weren't going to last very long anyway. So usually the mediums are 2 laps difference anyway. But in a new game, the mediums will be the yellows, so that will be taking a good getting used to in the new game, I must say. But yeah, it was, well, we could expect, I think, steerage to pit anytime soon. Now the advantage with steerage and Hamilton, they're on different tyres, so we know that steerage is going to pit first. Hamilton doesn't need to worry about what his teammate does, because Hamilton's going to stay out longer, so that's going to put them to an advantage anyway in terms of when they're going to pit.
Yeah. So I think Thing is, I know Jason. I think he did tell me the other day he has actually ordered a wheel. So
Yes.
this thing's going to become a thing of a thing of the past soon for Jason, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
It's
but
just a question of how quickly he can acclimatise. I think Freyhard Ninja Nuke is actually caught up to Freyhard Wiz and actually no, I think what is going on with these Freyhard Wiz?
Freyhard's going to
Where did Freyhard Wiz come from?
and he's got a stock go. Oh, so he doesn't need to serve that stock go though if he doesn't want to. But yeah, where did Freyhard start? I can't remember.
I think he started Freyhard. I see his position when he exits. I think he started P9. He's P11 right now and he's down 2, so it's definitely P9. Hamilton up 13 at the moment. I know he hasn't pitted, but that's still really good. Whatever.
Yeah, and don't forget Steerage and Sam and Editor Fawn haven't pitted yet, so looks like Steerage will be in a good position to maintain the lead at this stage because Sam is still finding some time, but not quite enough time because I can tell Steerage is gaining. I'll just check the fastest laps quickly. Fastest lap is actually set by Hamilton on set mediums, but I think the next person to set a faster lap is his teammate. Oh no, Steerage! No, Jason, what you done, mate? But
yeah, Steerage has now got a bit of a lead. He's got a 4-second lead over Smasher Sam, so as long as he doesn't make any mistakes,
and he's got more than that.
Smasher Sam actually now pits. Ooh, Sam, that was close.
He almost got a speeding penalty there, but he managed to stop the car.
Callum G's also in.
Callum G is going. Ninja Link's obviously staying out. We're just trying to see if any of the other soft runners are pitting. Ethics is as well. And Joker will pit next lap, I think. So obviously we can't double stack on this game. Like we've seen, I think it was in China where the Mercedes double stacked them. But anyway, in real life. So we're almost halfway into this race, and it looks like Jason is still in front of Callum. I'm seeing anyone that's made any big jumps, not at the moment, but someone's made a big jump, and that's AJH, and he's out. So he's out of this race.
Did he bin it, or I'll go with
I don't know.
Sure, he hasn't gotten past him yet.
I'll just have a look. Actually,
If he's binned it around the last corner. He has. He's gone way off.
yeah, way off in that final corner. That's a bit of a shame to see his hard work left. So we've got no Renaults in this race, so that means no points for Renaults in the constructors, which is going to be unfortunate actually because Renault are 6th.
Oh, safety car.
Oh, that is what happened. That would have been good for Steerage.
Oh, Steerage.
That would have been good for Steerage strategy-wise, but Steerage and Edited Fawn has drive-through
Edited
penalties.
Fawn getting one as well.
That would have been good. Wow, game.
Game?
What are you doing? Well,
that's going to be of massive benefit to. Doesn't pit though. I would have thought Hamilton would have pitted immediately as that safety car came out, but he's staying out. He's going to stick with it.
Yeah, he had to.
Oh, Hamilton's now in the lead from last place.
But he's going to have.
Hamilton jumped the safety car.
He's going to have a bit of a disadvantage. He's going to have a disadvantage there when he pits. He'll still have the safety car.
Hamilton's going to have a massive disadvantage now. He should have pitted there and then. If he had pitted there and then, he'd be at a massive advantage. But I think now the rest of the field's going to be able to catch back up to him. He's going to pit and he's going to be right down the back of the field. It's going to help Jason out a touch as well. Steerage and Fawn should not have that penalty.
Yeah, it's just like...
Because literally the safety car came out and they got an instant drive-through.
I think because they're going on the speed of the pit lane and then they need to go slower than that in the safety car, but it's not telling us that in the game. So GG game. But it's our first. Is our first safety car of the season? Is it, or we have more safety cars? I can't remember.
We had one in Australia, did we not?
We
maybe?
did. I think.
I'm not too sure.
I know. I was trying to think if it was Xbox or PS4. I know I definitely remember having a safety car this season, but I can't remember which platform.
So is Hamilton going to pit now? I mean, if he is, he's going to come out around P11, probably.
P11, yeah.
No, much lower than 4th.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah.
Probably about P10.
Yeah, P10. So it's looking like it's not going to be the Mercedes day, and it could be. I think.
Oh, he's going to stay out. I think he's going to Is he playing wingman? I think he may be. I think Hamilton may be playing a bit of wingman at the moment.
I think he just...
Because if he stays out and then he lets steerage past, he can hold up Smasher Sam an absolute treat.
And then the drive-through wouldn't cost him as much. Steerage could possibly potentially get a podium. And you never know. But the mediums last, I think, are going to last a few more laps. But that's one advantage though. It will probably last longer because of the safety car, because they're going slow. So it could last pretty much lap 20. So the ones on the mediums, they can wait a little bit longer to pit, and they can go on the softs and absolutely kill it, and they won't have to worry about their tyre wear as much. So that.
Yeah. So everybody up to P13 is behind the safety car Snake at the moment. Still got Revolution, who's going to catch up any minute now. Rampage, who's just come through turn 1, and Vanquisher, who's coming down the straight on Super Softs. I think he wants that fastest lap, if I'm not mistaken. So I think if he is on Super Softs now and he's in last, he will probably come home in last place. But fastest lap, I'd rather have it than not in 16th.
I thought he would have pitted towards the end, because that's where the track has rubbered up a bit more. But it depends if it gets hotter or cooler at the moment. So I think what caused our safety car was, I think, AJ's crash, but it came out a little bit later than we thought. So I think it could be an advantage to the ones who are not behind the safety car though, because they can pit and they won't get hauled up as much, and they get a chance to catch up to the rest of the field. So that actually,
still out for one more lap. Oh, Revolution's left the session. That wasn't planned.
So he's disconnected, I think. That's what I think anyway. Hopefully he can come back in the session pretty soon. Hopefully anyway. I think he had a disconnection last week or the week before, I can't remember, as well. So.
Oh, his car's pitted. Is he retired from the session? Surely not. Well, what is going on? His name?
His AI pitted for him.
Was pitted under this.
What?
That wasn't planned for him, I don't think.
No, that
what
wasn't.
is going on with Revolution at the moment?
Yeah, I think it was his AI being smart, but actually it wasn't being smart, it was being stupid. That's what I think.
That AI
anyway.
has comprehensively ruined his race, I think.
Yeah, and looks like, I think Ninja, is probably going to get a good restart off the line here. Possibly Steerage as well, but Steerage will have to serve his drive-through. But I think with stock goes, you don't have to serve your stock go and get a 5-second penalty. But for drive-throughs, you have to serve your drive-through, otherwise you get disqualified, I think. So I don't know much about penalties this game. I think a drive-through, if you don't serve, you get disqualified.
No one does.
I don't know. All I know
no one knows anything about penalties in this game.
All I know is stock goes, if you don't serve, you get a 5-second penalty. That's all I know. I don't know anything about drive-through.
Yeah.
So I know that because I have one in
unfortunately on this game. Yeah, unfortunately on this game, penalties aren't really restricted to anything. They sort of just happen. So yeah, the safety car in his lap. So it's actually pulled off really early. It'd probably pull off around now, I would have thought, but Hamilton's really got to. He's got no choice to back them up now because he's had a limiter put on. Really restricting his speed as he goes. He's down to 40 miles an hour at the moment, and that's more him backing him up than anything. That is some Lewis Hamilton formation lap style driving.
In Baku, maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
as long as Ninja doesn't knock off his front wing.
Steerage almost hit Ninja there. What?
What? I'm sorry, game. Excuse me.
Steerage is
ghosting everywhere. What is going on? He's getting passed by Smasher Sam. Hamilton is going to have to play the wingman game now because Smasher Sam is going to pass Steerage. If Steerage has no answer to it and he doesn't, Ninja Duke's gone very wide. I think Force India and America is going to go straight past him. He's going to be careful, almost pushes Steerage onto the grass. But I'm not too sure what's going on with Steerage's race at the moment. He's been given 2 unbelievably harsh penalties for things he didn't even do. So I have a feeling they may be taken off at the end of the race.
Yeah, I think so because That didn't look like a severe collision on my screen, unless it was decent.
There wasn't a collision at all.
It was just like, no, it didn't look a collision because it was just like just a tap on Ninja Noob, and then it was like, Cody's was like, oh, it's a collision, 5-second penalty. I'm like, what?
Oh,
That was close.
Smashy Sam's almost past Hamilton. Yes, he is. There he goes.
Oh, they almost touched
Hamilton
each
back
other.
up the inside, pushes Sam wide.
Oh,
that is questionable. That's questionable.
we are seeing probably the most. We're not seeing the most cleanest of races, I think, in ILR3, to be honest. I think, in terms of, you know, but hopefully they could be better. As we see a Ferrari and a Toro Rosso battling side by side, and still just pitting.
Oh, that is on the limit. You don't want to be squeezing any more than that, my friend.
Who's that? Is that Sam and Sam and
Blazer and Bibbin.
that was
Blazer
close.
was very, very almost on the grass.
Yeah, so I think we're seeing quite a lot of mistakes, I think, so far this race, and it just goes to show Spain is quite a difficult track, and probably a penalty. It looks like it's going to be a penalty central. I don't think anyone is going to come out of this race without a penalty. I don't think. So I don't think Hamilton's got a penalty there, has he?
I think he may have one corner cutting one. But at the moment, because Steerage has just taken his drive through, because the game, Callum G.
Oh no, I jinxed him, so I said he was going to possibly get on the podium, and he's out of this race. Oh,
So now Steerage has been forced to take that drive through. He's down in last place, or last of the runners at least. And he's got no answer to it. He's had all his points taken away for a penalty he shouldn't have been given. And Hamilton's going to pit now-ish. No, he's going to keep going. So Smasher Sam, unless Ninja Duke's got an answer to him, which I don't think he has, is probably going to take the win here.
again.
Or Blazer Guns, it might be on for a podium. Look at him go.
Blazer Guns is having a very good race so far. He's going to go past Ninja Nuke around the first corner, and he easily gets past Ninja Nuke there on the soft tyres up into P3. He is actually smashing the field right now, as he's going to try and catch up to Sam maybe. Blazer Guns, I don't think hasn't got any points this season. So
Here he's pitting again.
Stewart's pitting again. Oh, I think he had 2 stop
It didn't-
goes. I swear he had 2 stop goes.
Oh no, he's just taking another drive through.
Or 2 drive. No, the collision one. The collision one was a drive through as well. I think that's what it was. Oh god.
Well, I'm not too sure what happened there because you're not made to take a stop go. You're made to take a drive through on this game. I know that doesn't make much sense, but
Yeah, it does make.
a stop go, it'll only keep you there for an extra 5 seconds
We're
if you've
having
got
a
it.
Train battle with Jason. No, not Jason. Leper, Vanquisher, Freyard as well. Vanquisher is on the supers. You'll probably have to pit again. And I wonder where Hamilton's going to come out in all of this. I think he's probably going to in
P13,
13.
I can see now.
And Leper's going in the pit, so is Ninja Noob as well.
Oh, Smasher Sam round the outside of Hamilton. He's got no answer to that around at turn 1. Blazer Gun's going to be on the back of Hamilton soon as well. Blazer Gun's got much fresher tyres than Mercedes. You should have seen how quick the Ferrari actually caught up to these two. Actually, Hamilton, surprisingly, is actually staying with Smasher Sam at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if Blazer Guns launches this up the inside into the hairpin corner of turn 9. Wait, give me a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turn 10, yeah, turn 10.
Yes, and Callum G is not very happy whatsoever, as Laser Guns will probably have to pit again. I wonder what tyres he will go on. Will he go on another set of softs or go into supers?
Steerage is gone.
He's disconnected, I think. Yes, he has. So, he's just not happy at all with the amount of penalties that he's got.
Jason has had a mega restart on the safety car. Jason was, believe it or not, I think, if I remember correctly, he was 13th on the safety car restart. He's already up to 7th on that set of mediums. So providing he can let them last, Jason can still be in for a load of points. Actually, I think collectively, the team to look at now are the two hats.
Yes, Freyhard and
Fifth and sixth.
Frankshire, as steerage has just joined. Apparently there's been problems with the lobby, I think, maybe. A lot of people might be having problems, so I don't know what's going to happen there, but I think it's just been one crazy race. Apparently the ILR3 guys have had a restart, so I don't think there is an Xbox race tonight where there hasn't been any problems. I think every Xbox race tonight has had problems of some sort. Oh god, it's just probably typical. Hamilton, no! I swear the game wants to give penalties left, right and centre, unless Hamilton might have got a few warnings in the process. Oh, and we got Haas out! Jack, you jinxed him.
Wait, who's that?
Frankshire,
Oh,
he's
Frankshire.
out.
We saw him. Wait, where is he? Where is he gone? Is he gone at turn 8? Turn 9, sorry?
Turn
9. Yes, he has.
Just the DRS straight. On the back straight.
Yeah, turn 9, exit turn 9. That curve is lethal in the sense you can take so much momentum, beach the back end, lose all the grip on the rear tyres, and just spin. There's not much else you can do about it. But Blazer's passed Hamilton. Hamilton has finally pitted.
Yeah, Hamilton is gonna go on to the. I did say I jinxed it. Steerage is out. What is going on right now? I swear, this lobby, man. It's like everyone has got. I don't think no one is clean without penalties except Smasher Sam. Everyone else.
Oh, Smasher! Actually, Blazer Guns is actually catching him.
Yeah, let me. Oh no, I can't check penalties because I'm streaming.
I'll check it. I'll check it. Smasher Sam. Smasher Sam is completely clean. He hasn't got a single warning.
Just like
Blazer Guns.
week.
He has 2 penalties. Corner cutting ones, I think. Joker has 1 penalty. Freyhard Wiz, 1 stop go. I think he's taken that. He took that under safety car, so that's fair enough. Jason is on the brink of a 2nd penalty. Rampage is got 1 warning. Edited Fawn, he's had a drive-through which he's taken and he's got 1 warning. ILR3 Hamilton, he's got a penalty and a warning. Ninja Nuke, penalty and a warning, and then I'll just do Revolution as the last one. Revolution is also completely clean.
So good on Sam and Revolution. Only 2 not to get a penalty, so GG to them, as I think Revolution's just damaged imitation for him, and that's what he's doing, and that's what he's going to do. As Freyhard gets another penalty to add to this list. We've got 10 laps to go. I think most of these drivers just want to end this race, to be honest, because, you know, it's just crazy for them. It reminds me of what happened to me last night. I just wanted the race to end because I was having so many issues. And the Toro Rosso is a fighting for position into turn 1. And Revolution just holds on to P10 for now, which is the final points position. He's going to have it anyway because obviously he's going to be completely clean of penalties. But Bibbin gets it on track for now. It's going to be ever so close, but they weren't touching that much. But that's a good place to make a move, I must say. The Blazer Guns now 6/10 behind Smasher Sam, so could we see a move on the cards?
Yeah, he's in for a shout. He's in of a shout. Blazer Guns.
Blazer Guns will probably still have to pit though.
He's very close here. Did he actually overtake the Force India of Smasher Sam? He's got DRS, he's got Slipstream, he's got about a kilometre long straight. Smasher Sam's not going to bother to defend, he's just going to go past him. What is the straight line speed on that Ferrari?
It must be a good one, and he must have a good setup. That's what it is.
How easy was that?
That looks very easy for Blazer Guns. This could be his best result as Ninja Nuke gets the fastest lap. Ninja Nuke makes his way past Edited Fawn as well. So we're definitely seeing a shake-up in the order. Could we see, apart from Sam, 3 different podium sitters? We will, because Steerage is out. Hamilton's in 9th. So yeah, we will see 2 other different podium sitters. We're not sure what's going to happen after the race in terms of what the lobby issues are.
Sorry, carry on.
I forgot forgot what I was going to say because you lost my train of thought.
Yeah, sorry, Sam had a bit of a moment going into turn 10. He got all over a bit of the entry curbs on the outside, and he locked up his outside front. Bit of a shaky moment, managed to keep it on track though, and probably in with a shout of repassing Blazer Guns down the straight. It all depends on what the straight line speed is of these cars. I don't actually think he's close enough. I think that straight line speed of that Ferrari is mega, although by the amount he's catching up, I have a feeling it's just the pure slipstream effect. Revolution's dropping down the order. He has had a spin at turn 9. We've seen that all too often. We've seen 4 spins over the qualifying and race thus far. I think the 4 victims we've had has been Revolution, Vanquisher. We've had Hamilton, who crashed in qualifying, and also it was Revolution. So is it Revolution? No, it wasn't. It was Joker.
Yeah, it was Joker, and Hamilton binned it as well towards turn 9 as well, turn 8. I'm losing track of things. So yeah, quite a tricky corner to lose it. Like we said, all race long so far, but Sam's catching up again. But I don't think he's going to make the move this time. Oh, he's got speed on the corners though.
I think what Blazer Guns at the moment is doing. Oh, that's a bit of a twitch from the Ferrari. He's kept it on track very well. He's going to keep ahead just of forcing it. To be fair, for Blazer Guns, if he pits now, he's probably going to come out just ahead, if not next to ILR3 Hamilton. So even if he does pit now, he's still going to get a really good result.
Yeah, which will be a good result for him either way. Because let me just get the championship up quickly. Blazer Guns has had a DNF, P12. So he hasn't scored any points all season. So, and with this result here, he could potentially go from like 18th to like possibly 9th or 10th. So in the championship, all in the space of one race. So this could be promising. But I wonder, let me just look at the gap actually between, I think Blazer Guns will probably go behind, I think it'll be close between him and Hamilton, I think, when he goes out of the pit. So I don't think the softs last for this many laps. So I think Smash and Sound will probably go past Blazer Guns eventually. It's going to be a close one.
Very. I mean, if Blazer pits, say, he's going to end up in P6, that is going to promote Freyhard Wiz into a podium position in the Haas. But I think Jason is catching him. So it's a battle of who's going to get P3 at the moment. Is it going to be Joker? Is it going to be Freyhard Wiz? Or is it going to be Jason?
Yes. So I wonder who's...
Oh, Blazer Guns has pitted.
Oh, is he?
Onto the Super Softs.
I'm not really that surprised, to be honest, but can he make it all the way to the end? Let's just follow around.
Oh, they will definitely last 7 laps. They will last 7 laps for sure. Because don't forget, they have got a much lighter car than what they started with. I think it's probably about 50 kilos lighter.
He's in front of Hamilton quite comfortably, actually. So,
and he's going to stay ahead probably because those tyres are going to be just so much faster than the Mercedes behind. He has... Those softs are only 5 laps old, but then again, the tyres in front are a lot softer and a lot grippier. So he's probably going to pull away quite quickly. He's probably going to make a pretty quick move on Rampage. Rampage is on 14 lap old mediums. So 2 compounds harder, and around almost half a race older than tyres on the Ferrari.
Wow. And looks like Blazer Guns is going
to
make his first move on the super soft tyres. Revolution's on the supers as well. Laser Gun. Oh! That was a bit of a mistake from Blaze. He almost lost his end plate there. That was close. That was close for
I don't think Blazer Guns is at any risk of damage because he's hit his side pod and there's nothing to damage on the side pod. The only bits of the car that you can damage with contact on the game are your wheels and the front wing.
What the?
What? He got pushed off. That's going to be taken off.
Oh my god! The lobby is being looked up. I think by the admins. So I don't think these results are going to be taken too seriously. I think they're just going to have
I'll
some
record
fun.
that for myself because I was on board with Blazer Guns for that whole episode. Rampage has dropped behind Hamilton as well, so Blazer Guns, that's going to probably turn. Was it a 5-second stop go?
Yeah, it was a 5-second stop go.
Yeah, so if you'll probably get ahead. I would have thought he would have got 5 seconds ahead of Hamilton, and that's just going to add 5 seconds onto his total time. So I don't think it will affect him that much, if at all.
So many penalties. Sorry.
I know. I'm not too sure what's going on with this lobby, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Blazer Guns. Fast lap probably going to be between Blazer Guns and Revolution. They're both on super soft. Revolution's in last, but it's a bit of a consolidation if he does get fastest lap in the end.
It will be tight to see who's going to get fastest lap. Hamilton's got Supercharge Award. Hamilton's going to be 6th if he stays like this. So that could be that. Well, actually, won't be that bad, considering he started last and still in 6th place. So
yellows.
Now Ninja Duke. He's out of the race.
He's going.
Oh, that's oh, that is turn 11. Yeah, turn 11.
Wrong over the Twitch curb, as I like to call it. Or Freyhard Wiz.
I like to
Don't
call
bottle it now, son.
I like to call it the Demon Corner.
Freyhard Wiz just went very wide through turn 4, dipped the wheel into the gravel, and he's P3 at the moment. He's going to have to be very careful to the end of the race. I mean, Revolution's behind him. Obviously, Revolution's a lot faster. He's a lot faster than Freyhard, but I think just out of respect for the Haas, he's not going to put a move on him. I think he's going to linger behind him for the minute. And soon Revolution is going to have to let Jason pass as well, because Jason, I think, has been around 2 seconds behind the Haas for a few laps now. So unless the Haas makes a mistake, he's not going to concede the position. But I think Joker is probably going to definitely get P2 at this point. I'm not a jinx. I'm not a jinx. Freyhard Wiz could get P3. That's what I'm saying. Could get. Blazer Guns is on it. He's probably going to get P5.
And he's got some blue flags anyway. So on people being lapped. So hopefully these guys move out of the way at some point. That's allowing Smasher Sam to. I think Sam must be wondering what is going on, because he's having a trouble-free race and wondering what is going on with the rest of the field, because he's falling away 4.6 seconds. He's not going to know what's happened behind him, because he's just cruising at a good pace at the moment. The only battles he's had was with Blazer Guns.
Unless he makes an absolutely catastrophic mistake, he'll probably come home with this quite easily, because I still don't think he's actually got a single warning. I'll just go looking again. It'd be helpful if you actually showed me what I wanted, game. Thank you. He still has got a single warning.
It's like Bahrain, where he had no warnings, no penalties, nothing.
Yeah. Actually beat both Mercedes on that day, and they were both trying to work against him, to keep him behind, and he still came out on top, which was a mega drive from him. And this is another mega drive, so this is going to be 3 wins out of 4 for the Force India, if the results are counted.
And if the results are counted, are we going to see the first race where we've had no steerage and no Hamilton on the podium?
Possibly.
I've been the longest streak of them being on the podium, but I to be honest, I think based on the issues we've had tonight, I don't think it's going to count anyway, and it might just be taken from like a certain point in the race where there hasn't been trouble, or there might be a point where they might have to cancel it completely. But they've been asked to still run it anyway, because if it does count, that's where the position will be. So we don't know what's going to happen. We will keep you updated on Twitter. Just follow one of us on Twitter. We'll tell you what's happened afterwards, so you are aware. Or if you follow the drivers on Twitter, they'll probably tell you what's happened from their perspective.
If anyone will tell you, it will probably be the main ILR account, and you can just go and follow that instead. Because most of the time, I'm just chatting rubbish on Twitter, as most of the people that follow me know.
I think the ILR account will say because ILR1's had some problems as well this race, but I think they're managing to get it sorted already. So
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
FP2
the reason
is
I'm saying, sorry, the reason I'm saying don't follow me is I quite easily offend people. I'm known for offending people. So don't
right.
if
Oh,
Revolution.
Revolution! It's out. I didn't see where
And a
that.
mini heart attack.
Oh my word! So we've lost 1, 2, 3. This it reminds me of ILR3 last season, where majority of the field retired. Oh my god! This is turning into ILR3 season 3 Xbox all
I just
over
want to point
again.
out, right? Jason has put in an absolute god stint on a pad. He's gone 21 laps on the mediums on a pad.
GG! That safety car probably helped him though.
Yeah, probably. And definitely did. Because pad is just known for not liking tyres very much, especially on this game. F1 2017, it was marginal between the to be honest, in 2017 the pad was actually probably quicker than the wheel around the majority of the tracks.
Yeah, I wonder what it's going to be
But
like.
here, it's... Yeah, carry on.
I wonder what it's going to be like on the new game in terms of pad versus wheel situation, because it's always been
Even,
that
hopefully.
debate. We don't know. But we're on the final lap of this race, and Sam has had a smasher drive as always. He's got control, bringing the car
Hamilton's
home.
come back at laser guns. Laser guns tyres are going off already. Which shows how quickly those super softs are grade.
Yeah, and Hamilton is now... But Hamilton's got a
Big
penalty, though. But I think Blazer Gun's got one as well. So it's pretty much going to be, I think, even Stevens, I think. Unless it all changes.
And they're both catching on Jason. So I'm not too sure how P4, P5 and P6 are going to end up on the track. But if you just want to follow Smasher Sam through his last sector of the race.
Yes, I will, as he's going towards turn 11. Don't ball it, please, Sam. I beg you. Left gets time.
Carry on. Sorry.
That's fine, no worries, as he goes towards the final corner. He's going, I'm not sure if the results are going to count anyway, but if they do count, he's going to take his second win in a row and his third win of the season. A good result from the Force India driver. And we've got Joker comes across the line in P2. Who could have predicted that? Crazy. Well done to the Williams. Freyard is third, but it's probably not going to be third. Oh, Jason Hamilton!
Oh.
Holy moly! If they didn't get penalties, that would have been close as, close. I would have said another word, but I'm not allowed to say it on stream. But Hamilton dropped down to 5th due to penalties. Who edited 4 in 6th. Blazer Gun 7th. Rampage 8th. Bibbin 9th. Epic 10th. And Leopard is in the world zone at the moment. That basically just sums up how this race has gone from a viewer's perspective as well. So that was tense.
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos, carnage, all in one word. It's probably the most weirdest race I've ever commentated on.
Yeah, just go back, right? Go back. Right when everyone was lining up on the grid, can we just sound clip the point where I said anything can happen in Spain? Just go back and listen to that. Go back and listen to that because I think I was.
Yeah.
I think I was right.
And we're seeing people that haven't been on the podium. On the podium. I don't think it's going to count anyway, so I don't know why we're laughing, but I don't know.
Yeah, that was this game at its finest.
Oh, please, F1 2019, come soon.
Oh, it's going to be... I don't know what to think. I'm not getting hyped for it, because I got hyped for the last 2 games.
Yeah, same. I got hyped for the last 2 games, and look what happened. Anyway.
I'm not getting hyped.
Smasher Sam takes the win with Joker in P2, Jason in 3rd, Freyhard in 4th, Hamilton 5th, Edited 4 and 6th, Blazer Gun 7, then we got Rampage, Bibbin, Epic takes the final point, and Leopard the final finisher. And your non-finishers are Revolution, Ninja Nuke, Steerage, Vanquisher, Callum G, AJH and Aqua. And we have both of the McLarens not scoring any points at all. But yeah. Welcome to F1 2018 in a nutshell with glitches. So, will we have time for an interview, or do we just end there? Because we don't know if the results are going to count or not.
It's up to you. You normally do them. I'm pathetic at interviews, so.
I think there's no point doing interviews until we know what the result is going to be. I reckon. So, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Any final thoughts before we head to end the stream?
Lee Mather, driver of the day. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, driver of the day. I'm not gonna say driver of the day because of the lobby issue. So yeah. Anyway.
Give it to Lee Mather.
Yeah, Lee Mather. Lol. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll have an answer soon on what's going to happen. It's either going to be a restart, probably, or it might be rerun, probably after the final race in Brazil, maybe. Or it might be, I don't know. But we'll let you know what happens anyway. And thanks for watching. See you next week for the Austrian Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to that. See you soon. Goodbye.